An investigation is underway after dozens of migrants arrived in Sacramento on a private jet with promises of jobs, but with no prior arrangements made. Fox 26 reporter Sophia Lesseos is here to share the story that's baffling the country. Sophia.
Rich, according to CNN, the migrants say two people approached them outside a migrant center in El Paso, Texas. They told them they could get jobs if they were willing to travel. Now California is looking into the documents the migrants carried from the state of Florida.
They were manipulated. They were mistreated. They were abused and exploited.
A group of migrants were given false promises and were transported to a place they didn't know on a private jet from Texas to California. The strange part is, they say they were promised work, a place to live, and clothing. But when they arrived to Sacramento, there was nothing.
They came to this country after a 3-month journey, most from Venezuela, sleeping on the street at night and often not having food, to have an opportunity to work here in the United States. And the first thing that happened when they got here was someone lied to them.
According to CNN, the migrants say two people approached them outside a migrant center in El Paso, Texas. The two people told them they could get them jobs if they were willing to relocate. The migrants then boarded on a bus to New Mexico, and they were flown on a private jet to Sacramento, where a driver dropped them off at a church. CNN says the church had no idea the migrants were coming. And this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
This is part of an official act and budgetary outlay in the state of Florida. It's called their Voluntary Transportation Program, and they've hired virtual systems the state of Florida has to identify migrants in Texas, not in Florida, in Texas, and move them to other states.
Late last year, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis sent 2 planes carrying migrants to Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts. CNN says Republican governors are doing this to show Democratic states the inadequate federal efforts on southern border security.
Governor DeSantis has demonstrated his pettiness, his lack of substance, his xenophobia, and his discrimination and racism, and his willingness to treat human beings, people, as political pawns.
A member of the church in Sacramento told CNN what happened to these migrants was horrible.
They're human beings. They're people with families. There's some young people, that are just trying to support or make a life for themselves. There's people who left their children behind in this group.
California Governor Gavin Newsom issued a statement saying, in part, "My administration is also working with the California Department of Justice to investigate the circumstances around who paid for the group's travel and whether the individuals orchestrating this trip misled anyone with false promises or have violated any criminal laws, including kidnapping." According to the church group, the migrants had no idea what state they were in, and they felt abandoned. The church says the migrants who are seeking asylum have court dates coming up around the country. The relocation to Sacramento may have disrupted those plans. Rich?
All right, Sophia. Attorney General Bonta says prosecutors are now evaluating potential criminal or civil action against those who transported or arranged the transportation.